You are now entering the world of Musings of a Geek podcast network. Stay geeky, my friends.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Put that coffee down.
Calling all film fans want to add a little more fun to your podcast diet? Well, why not listen to the 365 Flicks podcast, where the lads from Smallville, UK.
We love to bring you the latest news, our own special brand of meaningless movie nonsense, as well as a bunch of top fives you really won't care about.
I'm Kev.
I'm Chris.
We're pissy.
We're fanboys.
We're having another beer.
We're the 365 Flicks podcast.
You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, iTunes, Podomatic, and many, many others.
Also look for us on musingsofageek.com and wickedradionetwork.com.
Sick of listening to all those overpaid movie critics?
Then tune into the 365 Flicks podcast, your vocal heroes of pissy opinion.
Broke Suki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Man, that sucked. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Hell yeah. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again. Please, God, no. Remembering tales from the crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts. He wrote scripts. All right here is no mystery. It's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Welcome to episode number 97 of the History of Bad Ideas. I'm Jason.
I am Jeff.
And I'm the guy that pounds on the table, damn it.
We will be better at that.
I shall refrain.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of History of Bad Ideas. We are getting closer to number 100.
Are we doing anything special for the centennial episode?
Yes, so for the 100th episode, we're doing the drawing for the $25 iTunes gift card because we got some reviews on our iTunes webpage and Stitcher.
That's 25 U.S. American dollars.
Yes. Given to us by number one fan Doug, very gracious. So if you guys can still put in some reviews, you can be entered into the drawing.
Now, where can they put reviews in, Jason? Where would I write a review?
The History of Bad Ideas on iTunes.
That is very interesting.
And if you really want to make sure that you're in the drawing, tweet us at Bad Ideas Podcast and let me know.
Where else could we go to listen to History of Bad Ideas?
Stitcher, the Sewing Network, nerdly.co.uk. G'day, mate. Nope.
Hello, Micah.
We're also on Geek Life Radio, 10 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern Time every Friday.
That is from Daylight Savings Time.
And we're also on tons of networks, Musings of a Geek Network, Tangent Bound Network, and Wicked Radio Network. And we got some big news.
Oh, yes, please.
We are
Tell me, what is the big news?
We are joining the 365 chaps, Flicks Podcast chaps, over at webegeeks.com.
Oh, should I stop doing my awkward host voice? Okay, I won't do it.
Because this is our first episode on that show.
Oh, this is our first episode on there.
Yes.
So I shouldn't be doing that horrible impersonation.
Yes, so guys, we are on webegeeks.com. So go see them. They have a great website. They have lots of podcasts, they have lots of reviews, but they also have breaking news from the world of comics and movies and entertainment. So very happy to be on there. So thank you guys for letting us come on. Actually, the correct website is webegeekspc.com.
Ooh, it's your personal computer.
Yes. So there is, so thanks guys. Moving on, Blake, did you watch The Walking Dead?
Yes, I have.
And?
Well, it was okay. This episode was okay. We found out that another reason people want Glenn to live is because
He's pregnant?
He's a daddy.
Yes.
That's right.
I knew he was pregnant.
He was. Maggie's pregnant.
Maggie.
Maggie.
She has some nice profile. Yes.
I really like Aaron in this episode. I like him. I like the growth that he's doing. Like, he feels guilty for all the people dying.
Yeah, so it was his bag with the photos when he would go out and recruit and show people. That was pretty good.
I did like Maggie. I like when they're in the sewer and the zombies came up from the moss, and that was disgusting.
Was pretty scary and disgusting.
And I kept thinking, how long have they been down there just waiting?
Just rotting. You know, you almost, whenever her arm goes into the chest, you're like, well, you gotta go pull his brain out anyway, so just...
Yeah, reach up.
Reach right up and just grab it and squish.
Oh, my goodness, that was disgusting.
It was nasty. Now, Carl's...
Mm-hmm.
Carl's little rival there for Enid...
Yes.
What's her name's son? The new love interest for Rick. Hot lady with tattoo.
Yes. She's gone.
She's still there. Rick's...
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's right. Yeah, Rick's girlfriend, yes.
Yeah, Rick's girlfriend.
She's cute, too.
She could almost replace Hayden Panettiere, but not enough.
Not enough.
But her son's now like, yeah, Mr. Rick, who killed my dad, teach me how to shoot. Because I will not use it against you.
When he told him to watch the tower, watch the gate, as soon as Rick left, I thought, he's going to open up the gate and let everybody in. Let all the zombies in. Yeah. He did not, but I was kind of surprised he did not.
So what do you think his story arc is going to be? You think he's still going to get some revenge on Carl and Rick? Or do you think he's actually coming around to, I need to learn how to
I don't know, and
survive.
That's the thing. Part of me thinks that it's just a ruse, a clever attempt to deceive us. That he's going to be, that he's going to be a good guy, and he's actually going to turn on them. Yeah. I think that's what's going to happen.
I think that is going to happen as well too. That's what I think. Yes.
My issue with the episode was there was more monologuing in this episode than the supervillains usually monologue. Oh, something little minor thing happened. I give a speech. Oh, something happened. I give a speech. Oh my God, shut the fuck up. So I have an issue. I had an issue with the senator just walking around aimlessly. I got tired of it.
It's a little kind of a shock there to reality.
I did like that.
Just what would happen to any senator if they were forced to walk around in a normal neighborhood.
Or do anything.
Yeah, do anything on their own. Exactly.
I did like that she was planning the new community, like what to do. Like, hey, maybe we should farm some stuff. You think?
Really?
Maybe we should train these people. You think?
Really? Yeah, exactly.
So that I did not like this episode. I thought it was kind of boring. There were some highlights. I liked Aaron. I liked the sewers. That was about it.
Rick getting it on in the garage.
Rick getting it on. Bow, chicky, bow, bow.
That's right.
My thing is, and this is from the comics, I'm wondering if Enid, that's her name, right? Carl's girlfriend.
Just survived somehow.
I think she's
JSS.
I think she's out in the wild, and I think she goes with the Skinwalkers, I think they're called, or whatever. They take over in the comics. They take over the flesh of the zombies, and they're kind of like the Native American tribes out there. They kind of go back to that roots. And in the comics, there is a girlfriend that Carl likes that I think he loses his virginity in the comics to this girl from the Skinwalkers, wherever they're called.
Yes.
And I think that's who it's going to be. I think that she's going to eventually turn into them. I think she's going to join them. So that's why.
So you think we'll see Enid again later?
Down the road. Very far down the road. Past Nagon, everybody.
Interesting. So. Yeah, speaking of Nagon.
We had that in News of the Geek, but we can get to it.
We can hit it real quick. Boom.
Originally, and I put on the website today, that Garrett Dillahunt. Thank you, from Justified and Deadwood. I don't know what else he's in.
Raising Hope is what I know him from.
Is that what he was in?
He was the father from Raising Hope.
Oh, really?
That's Garrett Dillahunt.
That's why the face looked familiar. Okay. I only saw the first season of Raising Hope. But he had the beard in the picture that I saw, and I was like, he looks familiar. They had him originally cast as the role of Nagon, or they thought you thought that was the rumor, because he tweeted a picture of the hardcover of when Nagon appears in the comics, and he's like, just some light reading for this weekend, like wink wink. So everybody's like, oh my God, he's going to be it. Obviously he's not. I think he may be Jesus in the comic book coming. He could be another character, I don't know. But they did Jeffrey Dean Morgan is your new Nagon, the new bad guy.
Oh, wait a minute. So it's not what's his name?
No, just broke today before we came on the air. Jeffrey
About
Dean
an hour
Morgan.
after Jason
Yes.
posted the thing.
Just have your
Son of a bitch!
Yeah, I
This
got.
guy.
Well, by the
wait a
time
minute.
I read his outline, it was already outdated.
Yes. So Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
What's Jeffrey Dean Morgan from? Where do we know him from?
We know him from The Losers. We know him from
No.
Watchmen.
No. Oh, wait. Watchmen. Which one?
He was a comedian in
He's
The
the
Watchmen.
comedian?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
And he's in this the newest season of The Good Wife. If you watch that,
Is he?
No.
he is.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was such thing as a good wife.
Send your plates to Blake at graphicnovice.com.
Hopefully my wife's not listening to this episode. I'm joking, of course.
But yeah, so I think it'd be a good pick. I like Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Really?
Yes, I think he could play the sinister bastard, and he's a smart, like he basically is playing the comedian in a version.
Yeah. Well, wasn't there rumors that John Hamm was going to be Negan?
The only rumor was that was a rumor because Robert Kirkman said that he, in the comic, when he came up with that idea and what he would look like, he pictured John Hamm.
He pictured a marketing
Asshole.
commercial public relations asshole.
Yes.
From the 60s.
Yes.
You drink cocktails and smoke cigarettes.
And came up with the Pepsi ad.
Yeah, that's
or
right.
Coke or whatever it is. Yeah, that was the one that he said he came up with. I like that idea. I thought that would be kind of cool. I didn't think Ham would do another TV series after just getting rid of it. I like Jeffrey D. Morgan because in it, Nagon is in it for a long time. So I'm wondering if they're going to keep him in it.
It's obviously not going to be this season, right? It has to be starting next season.
I think
or you
at
think
the
they'll
end-
introduce him at the end of this season.
I think
that'll be
that-
the long cliffhanger hangover for everybody.
Yes.
And then they'll do Fear the Walking Dead in between again.
Yes.
Which they're doing the mini episodes.
Do you
with
like
one
that on the plane?
Yeah, it's okay. I mean,
Nothing's happened.
nothing's happened. It's like 10 little 30-second episodes in.
Yeah.
And the guy's in the dead in the shitter, and you're waiting for it to happen.
Yeah. And the kid's still in his seat.
And he's still in his seat.
Like, looking at the Asian woman.
And the Asian lady's like, I ain't fucking around with this shit.
I'm killing somebody.
I know he's a sick ass bastard. He's going to die.
And one of those two, at least one of them is going to be in the Fear of the Walking Dead next season.
Oh, so they are doing a season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Walking Dead did get renewed for season 7. Shocker.
Whoa, exactly. It's not only the highest rated TV show, right?
Yeah, it is. And AMC just signed on for George Romero's Empire of the Dead or something like that. Another zombie thing. It's like, really? Another one on AMC?
So it's Romero, so it's going to be kind of kooky. They're stuck in an 80s mall.
Yeah, maybe. It's not even connected to The Walking Dead. It's like, oh, great. Another zombie one.
So the Fear of the Walking Dead season 2, it's not going to pick up where the characters were from the first Fear of the Walking Dead?
I don't know. They didn't release any details so far. They just got renewed.
Or it could just be another side story arc, big time. Interesting. Okay.
Did anybody watch the Warcraft trailer?
I hate Warcraft.
Oh, Jeff, did you watch the Warcraft trailer?
I don't even know what the Warcraft trailer is.
I put
There
it on
you
our
go.
Facebook page. God damn you people!
I hate Warcraft, World of Warcraft.
I mean, is this for a game? Is this a movie? Okay.
It's a movie based on the video game.
It
They
doesn't.
might as well have done Heroes of Might and Magic for crikey.
It doesn't look good. Like,
No, why would it be good?
it's a lot of CGI.
It's a crappy video game to begin with. So why would the movie be any good?
Okay, you got a lot of anger towards it.
Yeah, it's like D&D knockoff.
So, well, let's get to the listener feedback.
Listener feedback. Let's start with Doug.
Number one fan.
Can't give yourself a nickname.
That's right.
I wanted to give myself a nickname. Couldn't. You know why?
Can't give yourself a nickname.
There you go. Good.
So I can't call myself Tripod.
No.
All right. So an article said Reactron and Livewire would appear in Supergirl. Who?
Supergirl? Is that what you just
No, he
said?
said super. I think you misheard it.
Are you
Maybe
hungry?
I did. I thought he said
Jeff is hungry.
Supergirl.
I think he said Supergirl.
I think you did.
Well, we're gonna.
You want to play back? Well, I can do that if you want.
No. Let's keep on going. Oh, Supergirl. I just read an article before I got here about Supergirl.
And?
About the coexistence of Superman, which we will never see.
Nope.
And it was like a little text message thing about,
I
yeah,
thought-
Supergirl took down Reactron. I guess that was a job for Supergirl. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Was that in the episode? Where Superman's texting Supergirl?
I don't know. Why not?
Well, they already cast someone to play Superman, so I think Clark Kent, I think, has been...
The shadow of him is there. Like, they show...
Well, they give credit to somebody.
Well, they could give credit. He's just floating there and the sun's blocking out his face.
Yeah, well, IMDb, someone is playing Clark Kent according to IMDb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, actually, it was a text message from Clark. It just says Clark, and it's to...
Don't tell anyone I'm Superman.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the message.
I'm going to put these glasses on. It's going to confuse everybody.
And how do you not know that Supergirl is the girl that's working at the thing? That is even a worse disguise than Superman.
She's working at the
Why
Daily
is it
Planet.
worse? It's pretty much the same
Superman
disguise.
takes his glasses off and he messes up his hair. Her hair's bright blonde, and you can tell who that is.
Yeah, but when she has it pulled back in the office and
it's in a ponytail.
Exactly.
And paint on her overalls. Oh, paint on her overalls.
She's got glasses and a ponytail in the office.
Okay.
No ponytail, no glasses.
Sounds like something
when
from
she's
Not Every
saving.
Teen Movie.
Yes, that's what I said. The paint on her overalls. She's got a hump. That's hot. Okay, moving on.
2 humps. Oh, anyways. Is it me or is Supergirl just blah? That's what Doug said. Not me.
I watched the pilot. I hated it. Jeff hates me. Jeff says he doesn't know why I hated it so much.
I didn't say I hate you for that.
You hate him for hating it?
I'm going to put words in your mouth.
All I said was I was expecting something terrible the way you talked about it, and I watched it, and it was nothing as you described it. That's all I said.
Are you sure you didn't watch Man of Steel?
I'm positive.
maybe you're
No, I
watching
hated
something
Man of Steel.
Did you watch Superman Quest for Peace? Maybe you're watching the wrong movie. Did you watch the old Supergirl movie? Maybe that's what you watched.
No. Now, granted, Helen Slater was in what I watched, but it was only a real quick clip of her playing the adopted mother.
Okay.
Can they have Hayden Panettiere be Supergirl?
I like the girl playing Supergirl. I think she's kind of fun, like, the character, but I don't care.
Maybe they can merge her character from Nashville Nights or whatever. Turn Supergirl into like a
country star. Maybe Miley Cyrus.
Yeah. And cheerleader.
I'm getting beaten up on Twitter about it because everybody loves this show except for me and Big Dev from Snake Oil. Thanks, Big Dev.
Devin Fother.
That's right.
He's not your Fother.
As I'm looking at his sexy business card. Everybody's loving it. The ratings have been decent. The second one came down a little bit to Earth. Get it?
I don't get it.
Back down to Earth. Anyways, but they did.
You mean it hit that glass ceiling?
It did. She couldn't shatter it. It was made of kryptonite. Is she allergic to kryptonite?
Like Superman, yes.
Okay.
Why not?
Sure, why not? Yeah, sounds good.
Anyone from Krypton, when they are on Earth, are allergic to kryptonite.
Worst thing ever.
Why is it worst thing ever?
Little green rock.
I mean,
Yeah.
it
Look at me, I got green rock. Don't make us start making fun of Aquaman. Simmer down over there.
Well, you can't make fun of Aquaman. That's the problem.
Oh, we
We've
could.
done it so many times.
Well, you attempt to, but it's pathetic and poor.
What's that, Aquaman? Oh, you're speaking dolphin?
Timmy's trapped in the well? Okay. Can you go help him? I can't get out of the water.
Oh, Flipper's stuck in the 6-pack ring?
Like I said, pathetic attempt.
Jeff gets very defensive on Aquaman. Anyway, moving on.
What's that?
Do you have algae all around you? Oh no, you're trapped. Ah! The red storm hit you. Oh no, red algae. Are you trapped in
The
seaweed?
BP oil slick is over on top of the water. You can't come up for air?
Damn commie. That's what he is. Moving on.
You know, dolphins are very
Smart.
rapey.
Yeah, I've
water, by
heard.
the way.
I've heard that they are. Hank
that's
Hill
a-
from
and
King of the
that's a-
Hill got raped by
That's
one.
right. It is a known fact. Dolphins are pretty rapey.
As rapey as the rape tree
Maybe not.
from Evil Dead.
I think that's
like
the
a rape tree.
rapiest creature on Earth.
We
is
probably
the
should not
rape
be going
tree.
into this area. This is a very dark area we're going into.
Yes. Let's move into something exciting like Kickboxer.
Oh, let's do it.
Because Jim, just Jim, thoughts on the new Kickboxer movie. He says Kickboxer originally came out in 1989. You feeling old?
Yes, I do feel old.
It was followed up by Kickboxer Vengeance.
No, this is the new movie that's coming
new
out.
movie, but it's still like a reboot of the franchise from
Yeah, but it
Kickboxer
stars
Legacy.
Dave Bautista. It's the same
Instead
exact
of
plot.
Von Claude John Dom.
No, it stars them both.
Von Claude Von Dom. Von Dom Jean Claude.
Von Damme is back.
Yes.
Oh.
I don't
He's
know
in
why.
there.
Yeah, if you read the actual sentence.
He's playing the trainer, right? Isn't he now? I think he's playing the new trainer.
I thought that was Jean Chow.
No. Well, yeah, Zhang Chao is the character.
Eric Sloan?
Yeah. Okay, moving on.
All I know is I never want to see any kickboxer movie, so my thoughts are I don't care.
Okay.
Thailand champion Tong Po?
Yes. I don't even know what's going on. But I'm just
Sloan?
saying,
Master Durand?
It comes out next year. I hope it's not a direct-to-DVD. I hope it's a major motion picture. That would be awesome. They say it's going to be a reboot. Is anybody calling for a kickboxer reboot?
A reboot?
Maybe a Universal Soldier reboot next?
Nope.
Okay, moving on.
Oh, well, okay. Jean-Claude Van Damme, 2016, Kickboxer Vengeance.
Woo!
All right, Randall Holt at RJ Holt 666.
Not evil.
He's just handled that way.
That's right.
He said, who's going to get the WWE title now that Rollins is out?
Well, Rollins tours ACL, MCL, PCL, pretty much
And any other CL you know.
in that ligament.
Is that real or is it scripted?
It was real.
And who is Rollins?
He is the world heavyweight champion, and he went to do a power bomb, and they showed video. And welcome to the modern age of social media. They actually have it taped, like they have it a screenshot on Twitter, and he's straight up and his knees bent like at a 90-degree angle. Yeah, it doesn't look good. Sideways.
Ooh, sideways. No,
that's not good. He's out 6 to 9 months. I know that you guys mock me for wrestling, but
I was going to say,
he is.
What grown man in his 40s still follows WWE?
I don't know, but I'm in my 30s.
It's about time for you to cut off.
Fuck you.
We're about to cut you off. Although I did see a Hot Rod t-shirt that I want for Christmas.
Really?
Roddy Piper's Hot Rod t-shirt.
Is it the They Live one? Where I came here to chew bubblegum and kick ass and I'm on.
No, that's the white one that just says Hot Rod across the top of there.
Well, Randall, since you at least like wrestling, I think it's going to be Roman Reigns, unfortunately.
What's wrong with Roman Reigns?
He's another guy.
Isn't he like The Rock's cousin?
Yes.
So yeah, so there.
He has no personality like The Rock, though.
Yeah, you don't need a personality. The Ultimate Warrior didn't have a personality, and he was there for years.
Triple H was trying to get Roman Reigns to join his side this week, and he said no.
Does he yell, "Can you smell what pasta is cooking?"
No.
I think it's Farfalle.
The lasagna.
No, I don't make fun of Dungeons and Dragons when you guys are talking about it. I just sit quietly in my corner.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. Just fly the Millennium Falcon over there. I think that it's probably going to be Reigns. If not, I think there could be an off chance that Ambrose wins, which I would like. Personally, Ambrose, Ziggler, or Cesaro would be all perfectly fine. I would love to see Cesaro get it, but I think it's going to be Reigns, unfortunately.
I have no idea who the hell you're talking about.
Well, here's the problem. So they're doing a tournament.
What happened to John Cena?
He decided to take 2 months off. I'm not kidding. He just decided to take 2 months off.
To the
at the wrong time, obviously.
What happened to the Gravedigger dude?
Undertaker, he's like 80. He can barely move.
What about Ric Flair?
He's dead. Woo! No, he's not dead. Well, here's the funny thing. So, Daniel Bryan, one of their top stars, he's not medically cleared to return yet. You got Brock Lesnar, their other top star. He's on a hunting trip because he has limited dates. He signed a contract. He's like, fuck you, I'm going to go hunting. And they can't do anything about it. Then John Cena decided, fuck you, I'm really beat up. I'm going to take 2 months off. Then Rollins tears his ACL and everything. So they're like, oh, fuck, we have nobody.
Well, why don't they give it to Dolph?
I would love to give it to Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Lundgren?
Dolph Ziggler's a local Ohio boy.
Dirk Diggler?
Dean Ambrose is a Cincinnati boy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's from Cincinnati. Dean Ambrose. Yeah, so.
Where's the gold medal wrestling guy?
Kurt Angle?
He's in the other.
Call him up.
Isn't he in TNA?
Yeah, but he's had like 18 neck surgeries. I don't think he can move.
Wait, he's in the TNA?
Yeah, it's an actual promotion. Total nonstop action.
Oh,
yes.
I thought you're like.
No, and that's. Yes, I know.
That was like TNA.
Yeah.
As in like something I'd be interested
in. It would be more interesting than the TNA wrestling.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, so Rollins is out.
I'm going with. I think Reigns is going to win, but I'm going as a big chance here. I'm going Ambrose wins it. Go Ambrose. Go Ambrose. That's what I'm going with. Okay, moving on.
How about Mr. Fisto?
Fisto! Ram Man.
Oh, okay, Ram Man. Okay, all right. He-Man reference. Okay. From Paul. Have you guys ever done anything extreme to save a game? And it's got a source question from Umihara Kawase, released Super Famicom and Super NES in the West. In December 1994, over 2 decades ago, popular game from the 90s. It features a fatal flaw in their storage. The batteries keeping players' saves alive eventually dies. So this is for the game Umihara Kawase. So one hardcore fan has refused to lose the save and has simply left his NES console plugged in and switched on for the past 20 years and has been in operation for over 180,000 hours.
I guess this guy's never moved.
Or had a girlfriend.
Or came out of the basement.
Or exactly.
That's dedication.
No, that's kind of sad.
Why?
When you get to the end of the game is over.
Well, have you ever played a game, a Nintendo game? Well, you never had Nintendo growing up, but a video game. What was the game that you have played the most, you think, in your life?
Well, I know in college we used to do a lot of Nintendo Tecmo Super Bowl. And we'd have tournaments where you got a good team and a crappy team or two medium teams. We would leave that thing on all weekend in fear of losing the save.
Jeff, did you ever play like a game a lot? Like a video game?
Probably.
Anything that comes to mind?
Nothing in particular.
No.
Well, let's just say Game X. Go ahead. What's your point?
No, I was just wondering. It's just a question.
I play games until I'm done with them, and then I move on to the next game.
I'm trying to think which one I've logged the most out. I've played a lot of Call of Duty, but I've kind of burned out on those a lot lately. Personally, probably the wrestling games are the ones I've played the most. So, I love those games.
Yeah, you love grappling with those men, don't you?
I'm secure in myself. So, next.
All right, so next we'll move on to Dr. Number One at Dr. Number One, who just makes an announcement. Rugby time! No feedback. He just says,
no, he has. I'm sorry. He does have a question. Sorry, I did not put it on yours.
The intern didn't put it on mine. He just talks about rugby extortion.
Off topic. What's the best pizza you've ever eaten? Is there a specific pizza place?
I have no clue what the name of the place was. It was a little mom and pop family store in Washington, D.C.
Oh.
We were looking for something to eat that night when we were on vacation, and it was kind of off the road. And, we'll go in here, and that was the best pizza I've ever eaten.
I would say the pizza place that we ate at in Florida was pretty damn good.
That was pretty good.
A couple years ago. That was a very
You mean last year?
2 years ago. Last year. I don't even know anymore. Dear God, was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. We were podcasting.
13 months ago.
Wow. That was a pretty damn good pizza place. I don't know what it was, but it's pretty damn good. Blake, you? Little Caesars?
No, not Little Caesars.
Papa John's?
Oh, God,
Papa
certainly
John's.
not Papa John's.
Hey, we tried the sponsors.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, it won't be Papa John's. Papa John's is the worst pizza I've ever eaten.
No, it was probably a pizza I had in Naples, Italy. Napolitano.
That would make sense.
What do the Italians know about pizza?
I don't know, but it was pretty damn good. Not like you would think. The American style pizza, what we do, is slightly different, of course. But me like it. All right, so that was the question from Dr. Number One. But then he goes into his full reporting mode about several English players that lost thousands of pounds after buying shares on the advice of kitman Dave Tennyson, according to reports. Now, let's say they lost thousands of pounds. We're not talking about weight.
No.
Talking about money.
Talking about
currency.
Shillings. Yes, shillings. And they're talking about advice of a kitman, which is not kit car, 1980s, kit, the car.
From Knight Rider?
From Knight Rider. This is actually, kitman is like the guy that puts together your uniforms and stuff. That's called your kit.
Okay.
I know this stuff because
you watch soccer.
Girls play soccer.
Okay.
Football. So anyways, they lost thousands of pounds after buying shares of the advice of a guy. And it's a big deal because collectively they lost 100,000 pounds, which is like a gazillion US dollars.
Mm-hmm. Or $82, I'm not sure.
Or whatever. Yeah, one or the other. After investing £3.27 per share, I think it's 1 pint of beer.
Maybe.
Per share. They dipped to 50 pence a piece, which is like a Kit Kat. And then Tennyson,
a fun-sized Kit Kat.
Fun-sized Kit Kat. So Tennyson, who's been involved in England since 2002, which I think in England over there the wankers say 2 .
Okay.
Sent numerous emails contacting the squad about an opportunity about the Rugby World Cup opening against Fiji, and none of the English coaches were aware of the discussions. And Lord Alfred Tennyson, who's now expected to be relieved of his duties. He's the kit man and poet.
They're killing the kit man.
And Sam Burgess, not to be confused with the American actor guy from Jurassic World, said Invest in Motion was furious when the price went down, that no one is saying any share tips, those are like sirloin tips, were the reason they did so badly in tournament, but they certainly didn't help.
There's a lot of conspiracy issues. Lots of money transferred. After you read that, I have no idea what's going on. And I found it.
I'm just still lost on the Sam Burgess being in Jurassic World. I
think you meant Burgess Meredith.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Nikki, could you help on this?
Can you please translate that?
Dr. Number One sent this in, and I was reading the article and writing it for this outline, and I still have no idea what's going on. But there's your rugby news, just for Nikki.
I just know that they tackle and they're badass.
Yeah, sure. I do like watching rugby. Yeah. So go.
Even though you have no clue what's going on.
Nope. There's a scrum. I know scrum. There's a scrum.
There's a scrum. There's a guy, and they like slam the ball down when they cross the goal line.
Yeah.
And they like kick weird field goals.
You can't rent here.
Yeah.
Moving on. And I think that was our listener feedback.
Yay.
Now we have a special segment. Joseph Brennan, who wrote The Edge of Evil. His book is now out in paperback. You can find it on Amazon. And we had a follow-up interview with him. He came on a couple months ago when he first released it as an ebook. And so if you haven't checked it out yet, check out The Edge of Evil and enjoy the interview.
And this evening, we have a special guest once again. Joining us is Joseph Brennan, the author of The Edge of Evil, a Crowley mystery. If you go to Amazon.com and look it up, his book, you can get it in hardcover and celebrating the release this evening in softcover. So The Edge of Evil, it's 1948, and magic has entered the world, but it's not the magic of fairy godmothers and pixie dust and Disney shit. While magic exists alongside more mundane modern conveniences, it has a darker edge to it and often darker intentions. This is the dangerous world of New York City Private Eye Alex Crowley has to navigate when a rich widow blows into his office. I like that subliminal. She blows into his office with a voodoo curse hanging over her head. The Edge of Evil is a noir detective tale of murder, madness, and Lovecraftian cults. And with us again, Joseph Brennan, live from Florida. How are you?
I am well. Let me start off and let me make a quick correction for you.
Oh, no, just a few.
Yeah, let's throw them all out all at once, and then we'll get it over with. Now, it was in ebook format before. Now it's in paperback. I didn't do the hardcover route, so it's just people are going to be looking for it in hardcover, and it's not there.
Yeah, way to go, Blake.
It's not there, but that's okay, Blake, because we're all allowed one mistake.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was jumping the gun on the hardcover end table book for Christmas gifts this season.
See, now there you go. Now we need to do an illustrated form of it, and we'll go along with the audio book also.
Yes, the audio book, which we'll have to talk about that in more detail later.
I've been practicing.
I've been waiting to hear this.
You are the only one in the HOBI universe that is waiting for this.
Yes.
Ever.
Yes, now we're very lucky to have Joseph Brennan back. He was on several episodes ago when his book was first available on Amazon.com in the ebook version. And hopefully we didn't have like negative book orders for you, like people that wanted to reject your book because you're on our podcast.
They wanted to return the book before they even got them. No, it's interesting. You see people buying the book in Great Britain, and it's. I didn't realize you guys had such a loyal following on the other side of the pond. So good for you.
That's it. We'll take the credit for Britain. Thank you, Britain, for being such dedicated listeners and helping out our guests here.
We actually do have quite a few listeners in Canada and Britain. It does kind of surprise us too, Joseph.
And that one guy in Ghana.
Yes, one Ghana.
What now is he offering to move some money for you? Is that Is that what's going on there?
We can't get into that on air.
It has something about being a oil millionaire thing, and I gave him my bank account number because they're supposed to share that money with me.
Nice.
No, but honestly, Joseph Brennan,
Yes.
Your book is on Amazon.com. It
Yep.
was originally available, yes, correctly, in ebook, and we're celebrating the release in paperback.
Absolutely.
So not only are you in electrons, but now you got a physical form that people can order the book on when they go to Amazon.com and they look up The Edge of Evil,
Yep.
Crowley Mystery Volume 1, Joseph Brennan, Brennan.
You got it. Yeah, it's out. It's official, and I told you guys that it was coming, and you offered to have me back when it made its appearance. And I told you I was going to shoot for Halloween. That was my target date for the paperback edition, and I published it at midnight and November 1st. So I missed it by 2 minutes.
Oh. Gosh
Yeah.
darn it.
Yeah,
But
well,
I know Lovecraft would probably be very happy about that.
Well, no, I don't think he would. I think he'd be very upset that I wasn't punctual. He was that kind of guy, you know. If everything wasn't quite right, he got very cross with you. So
Yes. Now I understand. Now the book it's like a film noir, kind of like your 1940s, detective,
Yes.
film noir influences, and you have obviously some magic, some voodoo. As we talked about in our last interview, which I was very happy, you do use the phrase "private dick," and but it talks about Lovecraftian cults and all that kind of fun stuff. Now, I've read some Lovecraft, and Lovecraft isn't an easy read. He's actually kind of difficult.
yeah.
But, you're kind of a semi-Lovecraftian expert. You've given some lectures on that.
Well, I've done a lot of studying because really, quite frankly, most boys that get into Lovecraft and horror and all that sort of thing, it all starts out in high school when someone passes you a book with a corpse on it, and you're like, cool, that guy's, and and you start reading, and yeah, you're right. It's very, very thick. It's very dense. The language it's like the guy sleeps with a thesaurus under his head, and it takes a little work to get through. Now, what's nice about Lovecraft and the whole Cthulhu mythos is apparently
Hold on a
enough.
second. Did you say Cthulhu or Cthulhu? Because I
Yeah,
always wondered, is it Cthulhu?
Well, see, now that's one of the things that's open for interpretation.
It's all madness.
Yeah, nobody can actually really get it exactly right because, and this is according to Lovecraft,
Okay.
nobody's actually able to get it right because it requires vocal abilities that human beings aren't able to create.
In higher intellectual alien minds that we can't understand.
Yeah. I mean, and
that's why we go crazy.
And so it's okay to pronounce it any which way you want, and so ultimately people do. So it's what whatever floats out. It's normally I usually go with Cthulhu. That seems to work best. People understand it. They know what I'm talking about. But strangely enough, even though it is so dense and so hard to read most of Lovecraft's stuff because he is writing in the 1920s and the 1930s, but it really is like he's writing from the standpoint of somebody about 50 years earlier. So he's writing like he's in the 19th century.
Yes.
But what you can do is anytime you turn on the TV and you're watching any of the Supernatural, or you're watching even some of the cartoons on the Disney network, you're going to run into references to Lovecraft. Whether it's I'm trying to think of the most recent one. Disney's got a show called Gravity Falls.
Okay.
And it's really kind of a cool, weird kind of cartoon set in Oregon, where these kids are vacationing with their great uncle, and all sorts of weird stuff happens around this town. And ultimately, Cthulhu appears in a Disney cartoon.
Cthulhu, that's the big alien master that Lovecraft talks about, correct?
Exactly. He's the sleeping god underneath the ocean, who's dead but dreaming, kind of thing. It's very, it's really kind of the backbone of his entire storyline. It's kind of his calling card. Is the call of Cthulhu.
So he's kind of like in Dungeons and Dragons terms for those that play.
Sure.
It's kind of like a big mind flayer alien god thing.
Yeah. It's basically a combination of octopus, dragon, and man. Yeah. And that's actually the way Lovecraft refers to it when he's first talking about it in his writings. It's this kind of a hybrid of these three things, but it's a giant god from somewhere else in the universe.
He's also, I'm not kidding. I'm a huge Simpsons Tapped Out game fan on the mobile phones.
Okay.
And they have the Halloween edition right now, and I'm not kidding you. That's who I'm fighting at the end right now, the Halloween-themed little extravaganza that they're having. So every day I'm going in, and Bart and Milhouse and Lisa are attacking this monster so I can get more stuff out of it. I'm not kidding.
Well, that actually comes from Guillermo del Toro's Simpsons opening that he did for the Halloween. Mm-hmm. Was it a couple years ago? And yes, that's one of the things is Lovecraft appears in, or Lovecraft's creations, specifically Cthulhu, appear in there. Metallica, Call of Cthulhu is one of their major instrumental pieces from one of their early albums. So I mean, it's Lovecraft is everywhere, and the problem is that a lot of people don't get it. They don't know. Evil Dead. The book in Evil Dead is the Necronomicon, which is an invention of H.P. Lovecraft.
Yes, that's right.
So I mean, it's just all, the Reanimator series is based on Herbert West Reanimator, which is a H.P. Lovecraft story.
That's excellent.
What do you think about Lovecraft that has stood the test of time? What do you think that people are drawn to from him?
I think it's the idea that, well, his main idea was this kind of cosmic horror, that there's things out there that we can't understand, and that we are a lot smaller and insignificant than we like to think we are. And it's on some level, we like to be afraid of things, and there is no greater fear than the idea that something completely amoral, something beyond our understanding is out there looming over us, just ready to squash us for its own whims. So we like to be afraid because on some level we know that's not going to happen, but we also like to kind of fantasize about our own destruction, which is kind of sick.
Is that why Independence Day, the movie, was such a great film?
No, that was seriously the Will Smith acting.
Okay.
All the way, that was...
Yeah, but you're right. The whole civilization destruction thing. That's why the dystopian themes right now in Hollywood and TV are taking off so well.
Exactly, and it's not even just not even now. We've been talking dystopian since
ever since Obama got elected.
I was going to go since the Bible came up with the Revelations, but but potato. It's the same thing, really, when you get down to it.
That's true, but let's bring it back here. We like to champion the small independent writers and like Joseph Brennan here with his A. Crowley Mystery. So you got a 1948 Private Dick. He's in New York City. There's magic that's involved. What kind of magic voodoo is it that you're talking about?
Well, initially this rich widow shows up, and somebody has handed her a box at her country club, and it contains a one of those gree bags, a voodoo bag with ill wishes in it. Yeah. And so she's afraid that she's going to die. So she shows up and she wants to find out who it is that actually wants, who wants her dead.
Yeah.
So
Has magic been like recently introduced to the New York City before this, or at the time?
Well, this takes place in 48, and magic is actually when I say recently appeared, it actually started in 1946.
Okay.
And there's a very specific reason for that. That as long as you stick around for the next book and maybe the third book, I'm shooting for a trilogy, hopefully. More and more of what's actually going on here is going to come out.
Excellent.
So, so we're not just talking about voodoo. We're talking about people who do seances and things like that. That stuff's actually going to start to be real beginning in 1946. Ghosts are going to start appearing in 1946, and so we actually pick it up about 2 years into this occurrence, this awakening, and that's actually what people are taking to calling it. It's this kind of a second awakening, or a second great awakening is occurring.
Excellent.
So you have a nice little tease for, not only do you have this book, but you have a outline for the next couple in the trilogy.
I'm actually already I'm about halfway through my second one, and I've got an idea where I want the third one to go. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure shooting for a trilogy is exactly what we're doing. I think I just like to keep the series going. I like the character. You may not like the character. The character, you're not supposed to like the character. I mean, the character he's an ass. He really is an ass. He's not particularly nice to hang around with. He's got his weaknesses, and because of that, there is something endearing to him. So I'd like to keep him around. I think he's important. Oh, you there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So he's kind of.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. So he's kind of like the anti-hero that you're rooting for, essentially.
Exactly. He is an anti-hero. He's following sort of the hero's journey, but it's a darker place. I mean, he lives in a darker world, so he has to be kind of a darker character. Kind of like I'd hate to say he's like Batman, but kind of get that idea. Oh, by the way, where does Batman send all of his enemies after he defeats them? Where do they all wind up?
Arkham Asylum.
Arkham Asylum. You know where Arkham is?
New York.
Arkham is a creation of H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh yes.
Arkham is the town at Miskatonic University, which is one of the major points of his universe. It's based in Arkham, so they've stolen that and they're using that from Lovecraft as well. So again, ties it back together.
Joseph,
all the Lovecraft.
I'm a huge Batman fan, and I gotta take offense. I think everything in Batman was original. None of that was copied.
I think you're completely correct, especially when you have the crossover with Dracula.
Hey, I've seen Gotham, the TV series. I think everything's original in that show.
I'll tell you what, I love that show. That is an amazing spin on the Caped Crusader and the Dark Knight.
See, we got another one to our side.
That's right.
There you go.
And I'm not a DC guy.
Maybe that's why you like it.
That could be the reason.
That could be it. Yeah, I mean, grew up Marvel and Epic, and but I do like Gotham.
That's excellent, Joseph R. Brennan. So you're working on the second book already, but you don't have a timeline. So when does Sean Bean die in the first book?
You haven't read it yet, apparently, because it happens like chapter 3.
That's pretty early.
Well, you will be going into when we get a copy of this here, because it's going to be on order here on paperback. It will be going into our shrine in the HOBI in the Bob studio here. It'll be in our Wall of Fame, actually a credenza of fame, with a Darth Vader nutcracker, Solomon Grundy figure, something from Tomorrowland, which we won't talk about.
Yes.
And the bunny with big teeth.
Now it's pretty interesting. You already have a review on your book. You got 4 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, it's I'm psyched. I think it's good. I haven't talked to anybody yet who doesn't like it. So, as long as people like it and I liked writing it, I was just gonna keep writing.
Yeah, exactly. It's on my to-do list. I'm a very busy guy, but it's on my to-do list.
Hey, I'm looking forward to hearing what you think of it too.
Yeah, I'll put it on my holiday wish list.
There you go.
Can we talk about the audiobook?
Yeah, let's hear this Cajun.
Yes. Now Jason is world famous for his impersonations, and he wants when you go to the audiobook recordings, he wants the Creole Southern lady voodoo.
Okay.
I think I can do a Creole lady. Let me warm up here. Let me do my Michael Caine first for ya. Some people just want to watch the world burn. Oh, screwed it up. Hold on, let me get it.
Need a little lemon with that?
Yeah, let me get my beer here. Okay. I see you over there in this Creole swamp. What are you doing? I do declare I am lost, Mr. Governor. Can you help me? Monster. See? Look at that.
Oh my God, is it that late? Oh,
I'll be honest. I don't think you have to audition anybody else. I think I nailed it.
I'll tell you what. I'll pass on your number to my secretary.
Okay.
She'll get in touch with you.
Okay. It might be easier if you give me her number so I can call her just to make sure she doesn't, mess it up or anything.
Well, I'm sure your number's around here somewhere. I'll pass that. I know.
It starts with 555, or that's the number you gave me, so I don't know.
And also, Joseph, he can be paid in IOUs.
That's just as good as money.
Well, see, now you got a job because I can be had especially cheap, so we're good on that.
All right, so that's great. We got that's Joseph Brennan, The Edge of Evil, a Crowley Mystery Volume 1. If you want to go and order that in paperback, you can. You can get it in electronic digits if you want as well for your iBooks or whatever you use on Android. And great holiday gifts. It's on my list.
And it's only $12.99.
That's 4 out of 5 stars already.
So
there you go.
Joseph, thank you very much for coming back on and, listening to my audition mostly, but,
That's the only reason Jason wanted you to back. He wanted to audition for the audiobook again.
I do declare.
I guarantee. Well, thank you. I do appreciate you having me on, and I'll keep you posted as things come up, and I'll let you know what's going on.
Yeah, great. Anytime you want to come on, let us know, man. Thank you.
Have a great night, guys.
You too.
You too.
Good night.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Very short version this week because of the interview. Deadline is reporting that ABC sitcom The Muppets, one of our favorite shows this season,
I agree.
Yes.
is dropping showrunner Bob Kuchel and replacing him with Gallivant co-executive producer Kristen Newman.
Because she's available because Gallivant
Is coming back.
Canceled already?
No, it came back. What? It's coming back mid-season.
Who watched that show?
I don't know.
I saw the opening number and said, this is garbage. I don't need to watch this ever again.
I liked the trailer at the upfront, and then I watched the same thing. I watched like 10 minutes. I was like, oh, not good. Let's see. While the move is apparently motivated in part by tensions between Kuchel and the Muppets executive producer Bill Prady, ABC is hoping the showrunner shakeup will be a way to revive the sitcom, which has struggled amid tepid reviews and sliding ratings. The plan now is to run out the show's first 10 episodes this fall, then bring it back in the spring for a 6-episode mid-season run, which will serve as an unofficial reboot.
What?
Why?
A reboot?
Why?
Why? What?
I don't know. I think it's great the way it is.
I like it.
They said the ratings are decent. They said it's not bad, but they don't know if they want to do a more adult version or not. And I'm like, the adult version's funny. Like, I like it. And like,
you mean a more adult version?
No,
or they
adult.
want
they
less
don't know if
adult?
they want to do an adult version or a kid's version.
They should do it the way it's continually going.
I don't understand if you make it a kid's. I don't think it's going to do well if you make it a kid's type.
If it's only, I mean, the kids are enjoying it for what the Muppets are.
My son enjoys it enough. He doesn't get the inside joke, the adult jokes. It's funny.
Commit. Make a commitment. Don't be wishy-washy. If they go wishy-washy, they're going to die. They're going to kill it.
I saw the one couple. Well, I'm caught up, but I still say when Fozzie Bear knocks out Waldorf. With
the
knocks him out.
t-shirt
One of the
cannon.
funniest things, he's looking at the t-shirt can, and when Statler and Waldorf are like, "Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good," and then he turns around and shoots Waldorf.
Actually, he shot Statler.
Yeah,
the critic.
And then I'm all caught up. I just saw the one with Miss Piggy buying the gift for Kermit's girlfriend.
Yes, Chenoweth.
Yes.
Guest for that week. Yeah.
That one was awesome.
Off in the middle of the desert. Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
Janice, I'm not your girlfriend. You know, we never had problems without her coming around.
We didn't have these problems until she showed up.
And the best is when they're asking her to sing at the anniversary party.
Yeah.
And who's
Floyd.
He's like, the blue guy. He's like, "Thanks a lot for saying no, you big star. You know, you're too greedy." She said yes. Oh, please don't ignore what I just said.
Zoo, that's his name.
Yeah, take it back.
Took it back. He was already planning on her to say no.
Yes.
And when she throws all the Tic Tacs at Animal.
That was actually pretty funny. I like that.
Just watching Animal in the background is hilarious. He's falling over the Tic Tacs and he's Funyuns.
I like when they drop her off in the desert or driving away and somebody makes a comment, "There's an awful lot of Funyuns and Tic Tacs back here."
Exactly.
I like when Animal offered Kristen Chenoweth the Funyun.
Yeah.
Would you like a Funyun? No, I'm good. Eat a Funyun!
Exactly. I thought it was pretty good. And Miss Piggy buying the gift for Kermit's new girlfriend.
Perfect gift.
Perfect gift until the music starts playing. It's their song. And she's like, yes, you never asked me to buy an ex-girlfriend gift. Yeah, she made a point.
That was like an impression between Piggy and Yoda.
Yes.
Well, considering Frank Oz does both their voices, it would make sense.
Yeah, it would make sense.
Now, I love the show, and I'm like, please don't reboot it.
Well, I liked the episode before it when they were going out to the karaokeing after the show.
Yeah, with Ed Helms.
With Ed Helms, and they're like, hey,
where do I know you
Miss
from?
Piggy. Well, just invite her to make her feel important. I'm not going to say yes. And then she changes her mind. She's like, yeah, I'm going. And everybody's like, oh, shit. And it actually turns out everybody has a fun time.
And they're all hungover.
And they're all hungover as hell the next day. Yeah, exactly.
Kermit was just a buzzkill.
He was a buzzkill. No, I've enjoyed the season. It's gotten better as it's gone on.
I like how they're doing like the old Muppet Show thing where every week they bring in a celebrity.
Yes.
Yeah.
As not a special guest, but a special appearance.
Yeah,
I'm worried that they're going to do a sketch comedy show like they used to, like the old show. And I'm like,
but I like the old show, but it's already been done.
Yeah, and I like this new version.
I like it.
They said the reason why they came up with this idea, it was kind of a last minute decision because they were trying to figure out how to reboot it. I guess it was before they were basically committing to it, but they're like, we need an idea. And this is the idea they came up with. They're like, that sounds good, just run with it. So now they're second guessing what their decision is.
Don't second guess. Commit. Make a commitment, or else it's going to suck.
Other news, Katie Sackhoff wants to play Black Cat in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I say, meow. Do it.
I have no problems with that.
What about Hayden Panettiere? Is she going to play anything in the new...
She could be the new Thor. She'll be the new Thor.
Sure. She could wield my hammer.
No. Oh. Well,
But
then.
isn't the new Thor just Jane?
Yeah, it's Jane.
So they
In
already
comics.
have her cast.
I know. Natalie Portman doesn't want to come back.
No, she doesn't.
I guess I'm in it because you told me I signed the contract.
Well, I suppose I'll do another bit blockbuster to make some money so I can do arty films later.
It's like Hugo Weaving. I don't enjoy those cinematic Marvel movies. I don't enjoy superhero movies. You were the Red Skull. You made a lot of money. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, if you don't enjoy it, then don't do it.
Yeah, you're under a red skull mask. Trust me, you can be replaced.
Oh my God, those comic book movies are. I mean, this is a guy who was in Lord of the Rings and who was in The Matrix. I mean, you do plenty of these big blockbuster movies, dude.
Yeah, you're in the Matrix. You already have lowered the bar on what you're going to do. You're in the 3.
Speaking of Matrix, on AMC this entire week, it's been nothing but Keanu Reeves. They've been playing Constantine over and over again. They've been doing all the Matrix trilogies.
He showed up on Green Arrow, Constantine.
Really?
This past
I
week.
thought you meant Keanu Reeves.
No, not Keanu Reeves.
Oh, no, I mean, the Australian Constantine guy from the TV show.
Dogstar showed up on Green Arrow. He was playing in the club.
Oh, I got you.
I'm going to be a great star.
Yeah, I saw that on Green Arrow, and I actually, after watching that episode, some people, i.e. Big Dev, might be mad at me, but it's like, that's why I didn't watch the television show.
I like the character.
I saw the first 2 episodes, and I'm like, and I didn't think he was good on Arrow. I mean, I like how they, used him to advance the storyline of getting Sarah's soul back, and that made sense. But every scene he was in, I was kind of annoyed.
I like that show.
Well, having watched the TV show and then going back and watching Keanu in the movie, different, 2 different takes on Constantine. One's really annoying and they're both annoying if you don't like Keanu Reeves. I like Keanu Reeves. But no, the Constantine in the movie with Keanu Reeves, he was a more likable character. Mm-hmm. The guy in the TV show, the Australian dude, he was kind of a rugby prickish dude.
They softened it in the movie just to make him, we gotta like the hero. And in the TV show, you had more time to grow to like him because he was a dick. But the fans, in theory, would grow to like him more, even though he is a dick in it.
It did take me several episodes to get used to him. But you know what? I like the movie better.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
I still like the first episode of Constantine. Hey, this character is going to, she's going to help us. Oh, she's gone, but she left a map. It's like, thanks.
What happened to that storyline? That arc got killed. Sorry.
Yeah, the whole plot of the first season, the whole arc.
Oh, she was recast.
Yeah, we fired her. Yeah. What?
What?
You saw Spectre, Blake?
Yes, I did. I saw the new James Bond movie this weekend. It was okay. It was super cheesy.
Mm-hmm. Like Pierce Brosnan cheesy?
Almost, yes.
Ooh.
There's a couple things that happen in the movie. I don't want to spoil it for anybody wanting to go. It's a Bond movie. Go see it. It has this typical Bond movie cheesiness, but very predictable. Very, I can see this coming a mile away kind of deal. And something bothered me early in the movie after he first gets exposed to the super secret Spectre organization, which they just happen to let him in for some reason. And they know it's him, and they carry on business as normal until he drops the bomb. Yeah, so we're having our corporate meeting, James Bond.
Bum, bum, bum.
Everybody goes after him, and you're like, dude, that was so cheesy. Why would you even have him in there for that whole thing?
Couldn't you have killed him when he's in the shitter in your corporate office
or
something?
Something like that. And then same thing, as soon as that all happens, he's like, yes, look up Franz Oppenheimer. I'm like, and that bothered me. He's like, well, before and after death reports. I'm like, where did he get the name? Did I miss? They didn't say that name before.
You probably missed
before the plot. Where did it come from? Where did the name come from? And it's only until a little bit later in the plot is exposed. I kind of don't like how they connected the Blofeld character with Bond. I don't want to give stuff away, but
apparently you already did.
There's a connection there. Okay.
Yeah. Would you go see? Would you recommend it? Just because it's a Bond film?
Yeah, if you're a Bond fan, go see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like to see it. I like to see it.
I'm going to see it, but the question is, would you recommend it to someone who's not a Bond fan?
If you're not a Bond fan, go back and start the reboots with
Casino Royale.
Yes.
But
because there's references back to those movies, and you haven't seen them in several years, you'll be clueless.
Okay. I'm going to go see the Peanuts movie soon.
You could
the
do
Peanuts
that
movie?
No, not the Peanuts movie. The Peanuts. I got a kid, so.
What if you're allergic to peanuts?
They recommend not going in.
Okay, just checking.
Spectre made $73 million this week. Peanuts movie made 45. So just
45. So where were we on our guesses?
That's a good call. Let's see what we got.
I think I was ahead of you. I think I said 32. You said
Jeff last week had 32 million. I had 24 million, and Blake either had $12.01 or 32.1 million. I think is what he did. Actually, I have no idea. There's like 3 different writings.
I think I actually predicted 75 million.
Yeah, I think you did.
So I'm off by 1 million.
No, that was Spectre.
No,
who
you were
did
talking about
74.
Peanuts movie. Wrong movie.
Peanuts did 45.
Yeah. Quick thing.
No, it's $1 more, like the Price is Right shit.
I'm not trying to take Jeff's thing here.
Oh, you can take it.
Upcoming November 13th, the 33. Does anybody know what movie that is?
I don't. I can look it up.
It's about Rolling Rock, India Pale Ale.
I don't think so.
No, I think so. It's not about 33.
Love the Coopers. Is that about Bradley Cooper? What's that about?
It should be about Bradley Cooper. He's dreamy.
Am I All American? What the fuck? Like, does anybody... And these are wide releases.
I think it's like the All-American Girl doll release in Chicago. My All-American.
Are you serious?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you usually know this. We did get a tweet from Doug, #1 fan. He said, Gem and the Holograms made a record. They went from 2,000 plus theaters, and in 3 weeks they're in 0. That is a record for the quickest fall of any movie in a wide release.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Because I remember some when I was working at the theater where they, the quickest I've ever seen at the theater I was at was it opened on Friday and was gone by Sunday.
What movie?
What was the movie? It was one of those a rapper movie.
Does that 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying?
It might have been that one.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I thought that one might have lasted. I don't remember which one it was.
So it was gone as much as it was gone as quick as a drive-by.
It was
Yeah. Oh, the 33. That's the Chilean miner movie.
Oh, with Antonio Banderas.
Antonio Banderas.
Oh yeah, sponsored by Benicio del Toro
And Rodrigo Santoro. And Juliette Binoche. And James Brolin. And Lou Diamond Phillips.
Lou Diamond Phillips? Oh, I'm in now. I wasn't in, but now I'm in. He shouldn't be making that. He should be making Bats 3. Come on, Lou.
Or at least Young Guns 4.
3.
Ooh, Love the Coopers has Olivia Wilde and Amanda Seyfried in it.
Ooh, Amanda Seyfried.
4 generations of the Cooper clan come together for their annual Christmas Eve celebration. Oh, a Christmas movie coming
Christmas
out already.
Eve family celebration where you deal with quirky family members and it's a comedy. Ha ha ha.
Let's see. Oh, this is the one with everybody. Yeah. Diane Keaton, John Goodman, Ed Helms, Alex Bornstein, Amanda Seyfried, Alan Arkin, Marissa Tomei, Olivia Wilde.
My clock is ticking.
A lot of people are in that movie.
Is a lot. It could be like a chef movie. We make fun of it, but it actually sounds interesting.
Although, yeah, it's just those Christmas gathering movies all seem to suck.
/ Christmas gathering movies where everybody's dealing with how they hate each other and jealousy, and somebody's going through a divorce, somebody's having babies, and they all eventually get together and have a good time over wine and turkey.
And a big turkey.
Okay, My All-American is a football movie. That's about all I can get out of that.
My All-American? That wasn't about...
All-American.
Was it about Heisman?
No, I don't think you said that.
Oh, Aaron Eckhart's in it.
Oh, that could be a bad thing.
But Robin Tunney's in it.
Oh.
Ooh, Robin Tunney.
Oh, man, it
Love
could go
her
either
Empire
way.
Records.
She was
With
great.
hair or without hair?
Both.
Either.
Both.
Okay, well, there's your box office news. A bridge version. We even have music. We just went right to it. So let's do our top 5.
We're doing buy and sell.
Oh, you want to do a buy sell?
Oh, yeah, we have to talk buy sell. I planned this one.
Okay, Daniel Craig. Are we buying or selling? If you had stock in Daniel Craig, for the new listeners on WeBeGeeksPC.com, we buy and sell. Like if you stock in a particular movie, actor or actress or director.
Yeah, we don't recommend human trafficking.
No.
This is just make-believe stock.
Yes.
Like people are stock.
Yes.
Please don't be offended.
Please don't.
Right now, Daniel Craig, I would sell my Daniel Craig stock.
I am with you. I am selling Daniel Craig. And here's why. Because I didn't bring it up when I said when I went to go see Spectre. Even though he's an executive producer for this movie, he has been doing nothing but complaining about how he hates being James Bond.
Yeah.
Wah. Feed me more money. I hate this. Same thing with the Phantom Spectre Red Guy Menace. What's his name? Red Menace?
Hugo Weaving.
Hugo Weaving.
Red Phantom Menace.
Mr. Red Face guy? What's his name?
Red Skull.
The Red Skull. Yeah, exactly. There. So yeah, you sit there, you get this great gig. You know what you're getting into when you take it, and you know your pockets are going to be flush with cash. And this guy, Daniel Craig's done nothing but complain about how he hates being James Bond. He doesn't want to do it anymore. And people ask him about, what's he going to do next, or who's going to replace him. And he's like, I don't care. I don't care what I do, blah, blah, blah. So now's the best time. If you got Daniel Craig stock, it's as high as it's going to be. You better sell now and cash in on them chips, because if he does leave the Bond franchise and he's going to do something, he better not do any action-adventure movies for at least 10 to 20 years.
I don't think
because everybody's going to sit there and go, oh, Daniel Craig, Bond, and he bombed at this romantic comedy.
Yeah, what else? I mean, I'm just trying to think of non-Bond movies.
Layer Cake.
There weren't a whole lot of Daniel Craig movies I particularly cared for outside of the Bond ones.
He was a small little actor. It was semi-controversial when they picked him to start with Casino Royale.
Yeah, but I mean, even after he was Bond, he did other movies, Cowboys and Aliens or something. You know.
Oh yeah.
I got that.
But I mean, outside of James Bond, he hasn't done anything that
Nothing.
I would.
They said
he's done some great Heineken commercials.
Ooh. They said.
Oh, by the way, you know those Heineken commercials that they've had for the past several years with Bond in it? I swear to God, they shoot, almost 15, 20 minutes film inside the train where they've been doing the Heineken commercials for the past several years.
Really?
Yeah, the only thing I could think was that goofy-ass song going through my head while I was watching this series, while I'm watching this shit go by.
The rumor is the top candidates to replace him are Tom Hardy.
Ew.
And Benedict Cumberbatch.
No.
Oh, I've heard.
No.
Well, I've heard Idris Elba.
Yes, and did you see?
I've heard Damian Lewis.
Ooh. I would love to see Idris Elba do it. I'm serious. I think he would be awesome in it. I saw an episode of Luther. He looked good.
I've still yet to see any of Luther.
It's a good series.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah,
good episode I saw.
Replacing with a minority person, that'd be pretty cool.
I think so. And I still go into every Bond movie, even though the last movie killed it because they showed the gravestones of his parents. I still believe that James Bond is not one character; it's just a code name that they give him. That's what I go into. I think that it makes it more fun for me. Because then you don't have to think, well, this guy doesn't look like him. They're rebooting again. It's just a code name.
Well, I can just ignore it. Oh, it's James Bond. He goes on adventures. It doesn't have to.
Can do it. I just like seeing them all connected, like with different characters. I saw that fan theory online. I really like that idea, and I wish they would have done it. They would have accepted that. But I think Idris Elba would be a badass in it. I would have no issue with that. Buying, selling. Oh, I'm selling too, Daniel Craig. So we're all selling
Daniel Craig.
The Peanuts gang. The Peanuts movie came out, did well. They said they were
better than we expected.
They said they were hoping between 45 and 50.
That's what they got.
Yep. Some experts were saying that it was actually tracking around like 25 to 30. So they said this exceeded expectations. Okay. It's gotten great reviews. So I'm all for it. They're going to bring it back as a TV show in an office-style documentary, and then they're going to reboot it 10 episodes in.
Oh, good. So, that'd be a good idea.
Oh, wait. That was the Muppets. My bad.
Okay. Well, anyways, based upon what you said and the fact that they have the ability to reintroduce another cartoon favorite to kids that adults can identify with and like because it's a nice throwback to their family, I would say go ahead and buy.
Me too. I'm with you. I'm buying.
I would buy this also.
Oh, it's unanimous.
It's a unanimous week. Selling Daniel Craig, buying Peanuts.
Right. Or penis. Little fun fact, Charles Schultz's estate makes $40 million a year from them.
Oh, that's
it?
it?
Actually, wasn't that a news story in the past week? The most famous money-generating dead people?
Yeah.
It's like Michael Jackson, Elvis, and Charles Schultz.
Yeah, Michael Jackson, or Elvis, fell from number one. I think Michael Jackson took him over. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Marilyn Monroe still makes like $15 million.
Betty Page eked in at number 10 or something.
Really?
Like that. Yeah, Betty Page.
I know Elizabeth Taylor was up there too for a decent amount.
Because her perfume?
Yeah. Who buys that perfume?
Old chicks.
Rich people who...
rich old bats. Who are like...
Personally, I don't know who buys perfume, let alone that perfume. So,
I feel like it's a very, very bad-looking perfume.
All right.
Well, it doesn't look like her. It's a bottle of her. It looks like her mummified corpse. I mean,
Note to self: Elizabeth Taylor perfume, buy for wife, Christmas. Okay, got it.
And
a Michael Jackson album, and a Peanuts book.
Go back in time.
That's right.
Okay, there's your news of the week.
that music means it's time to call your lawyer. Or we're doing our top 5.
I like the top 5.
All right.
Top 5. Before we get into it, record on Tuesday. Blake, happy Veterans Day.
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
Thank you for, letting us do this because of your service, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So, thank you for keeping us free.
Yes.
Yay.
America.
Okay.
So, are you off
or
tomorrow?
Remembrance Day for those in Canada and UK.
Are you off tomorrow? Off work?
Yeah, I am. Actually, I got the day off.
Nice.
Yeah.
So.
Did you celebrate Guy Fawkes Day earlier?
Oh, remember the 5th of November.
Yes.
I did. I wore a mask. Just kept wearing it around. Got a lot of weird looks for it. So.
Guy Fawkes Day?
Yeah, November 5th. Remember the 5th.
Did you get arrested for hacking into someplace?
No, I did not hack into it.
You didn't actually try to blow up anything.
No. Have you met our tech crew here? This is not. We're not hacking into anything.
Yeah, we're barely hacking into this episode.
This episode has had some.
The only hacking we could do is into apple pie.
Apple pie. Top 5 this week. It's an easy one. Star Wars scenes. Top 5 favorite.
Top 5 favorite scenes from the Star Wars franchise.
Yes.
Now, are we running parallel because of the Star Wars trailers that have come out in the past week?
Sure, we can do that. Or I was just looking for an easy one.
Or the commercials for Star Wars Battlefront.
Oh, it's going to come to my house in 2 weeks.
That's right. Yay! We did Star Wars because today's the release of Fallout 4.
It is. Fallout 4 came out today. Did you buy it?
No. I'm too busy. I'm going to have to do it over the holiday season.
Day after or Thanksgiving night. You can
put
get
another thing to put on your holiday shopping list or your holiday gift list.
Thanksgiving.
That's right.
Target has a huge PS4 package deal and all that. I think for like $2.99 or $2.49.
Yeah, do I have to trample people to get?
You probably don't. You can probably buy it online.
Oh, okay.
A lot of those deals for Black Friday, because I'm a huge Thanksgiving night Black Friday shopper.
Or tell Jason to pick it up for you.
Yeah, you can give me the money.
Get him the money and he'll get it for you.
Because I go out that night. I try to get away from my family on Thanksgiving.
How many people you shove out of the way when you're buying
My
stuff?
sister-in-law goes with me, and she's gone with me for the past couple years.
She's the one that cuts the way for you?
No, well, she does a good job with that too. But no, we have rules, and I've been doing this for about 15 years. And
you can only shove down 10 people per night?
No, you can shove as many as you want.
Keep on shoving. If they're in your way.
You yell at people that write checks.
That
happened once. Oh, that happened about 10 years ago. Yeah, we were at a electronics store, and the guy decided to buy a satellite TV, direct TV. It wasn't even on sale at 6 a.m. And I'm like,
it wasn't even on sale.
And it's like, and this was like 15 minutes because they're like, what do you want? And
not even Sunday ticket?
No, and this was back in the day where you had to hook it, get it connected through the store. They had to set up times to come out there. And he was the first one in line. And finally, after 10 minutes, I go, who the hell, orders DirecTV the day after Thanksgiving? So then the next person in line, they didn't have what he wanted, so he left after 15 minutes. The next person in line wrote a check. At that point, I said, who the fuck writes a check the day after Thanksgiving?
Who the fuck writes a check anymore?
Well, So, but then we don't use shopping carts. No. If you
can't carry it, you don't deserve it.
You gotta strap it to your back. Get the hell out of the way.
And we actually don't take it that seriously anyways. If we don't get something, we don't really care. I do have a spreadsheet of places to go. I have my maps and everything. It's pretty...
Oh, he plans it out.
Oh, I plan it out.
You think he plans our podcast out here?
The plan is we have no outline each week.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Oh, well. We skip. Anyway, so anyways, moving on. Top 5 favorite Star Wars scenes. Did you see the animation?
You know what we should have you do for the podcast is you
God.
should put a GoPro camera on your head.
Just to do it.
And just run around, do your thing.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I like that.
There you go.
Go! Swarm!
I want to see you pushing that old lady out of the way just so you can get to that.
I've moved
flat
cards.
screen
I've
TV.
moved. It always amazes me when you see the people with like their 2-week-old babies out, and I'm like, that does not look enjoyable. What the hell are you doing?
Maybe they're going for sympathy points so that you don't push them out of the way.
Or they're going to hit somebody with their pumpkin seat they're carrying. Whack! So.
Or they're just going to dump them in the dumpster later. You know?
The TV or the kid?
The kid.
Whichever one they can't carry.
The TV's more important here, Jason.
right.
I mean, I got that at a discount.
There's a lot of TVs on sale this year. It's like, damn it.
Good.
Yeah, they're coming out with a new technology. You know, those smart TVs, now it's 4K. And
The 4K ones, I saw a sharp one as low as $1,000, which actually was pretty impressive considering.
How many, what's this screen size?
45, I think.
Okay.
Or 40 something. It was around there. And the problem is, like, obviously you have all the cheap ones that Target is selling like for $200 and that. But
That's what I
everything
wanna
only
get.
has 2 HDMI cords. It's like outlets. It's like, damn, I like the 3.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem. Like, I'm like, really? You only got 2 inputs? Who the
Yeah.
fuck makes a television with only 2 inputs?
Yeah. Is there a splicer you can do with the HDMI? Like you
yeah,
could,
there are. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes, there's an HDMI box splicer thing you can buy.
That would be nice. Huh. Okay. Let me think about that. So, anyways, moving on. Top 5 Star Wars scenes. Favorite.
But just don't buy it, okay? Just don't buy it.
What?
The
Buy what?
TV that you have to buy an HDMI splicer.
But
Oh, no, well, that's our thing.
But
No.
but when it's a 50-inch television for $200,
Yeah. It depends how bad you need a TV. I'm not buying a TV, so I really don't care.
I do need a TV, but I'm not going out on Thanksgiving to get it.
Just
so.
go online Thanksgiving morning. You'll get the same deals.
You have to get it at the right time.
Well,
They
you
always
do.
sell out quickly. And
Anyway, Star Wars scenes.
So Star Wars scenes. That's right. Top
what's
5 favorites.
Star Wars?
Jeff, go ahead and start. You've been the tech guru tonight, so you get to start.
Oh, I get to start.
What
All
is
right.
the Star Wars you speak?
Well, my favorite scene my 5th favorite scene.
Yes. Yeah, don't start with your number 1.
In Star Wars is
All of
actually
us
it actually
overlap.
happens in every movie. The opening crawl.
Oh.
The music starts and the words come across the screen crawling, and I mean it just gets you in the right mood.
It does.
Even if the movies are crap, the opening crawl at least starts out good.
Phantom Menace, that was the best part.
No, actually, it isn't, as we'll find out later.
We're talking about crawl. I was thinking like somebody crawling through the ventilation opening.
No,
You mean
the
scroll.
words,
I was
scroll.
thinking the early '80s movie Kroll. Sorry.
Kroll the Conqueror.
You know that Crawl the Conqueror. You know that was a good video game too, by the way.
Well, I do remember the video game where you threw the disc thing.
Goofy ass
Yeah.
ninja star thing. Yes. So I like the beginning scroll.
Or crawl.
Perspective. 3D pyramid scroll perspective. Where it gets
Exactly.
smaller at the top. And then you're like not reading fast enough. Somebody asks you a question, you turn to look at them like, no, dude, this is what it's about. You turn back like, oh shit, I can't read that. What the hell did I just miss?
I missed everything on the Trade Federation. Damn
Pause it.
My number 5 is from a prequel, so it kind of shocks me.
Uh-oh. Is it the same one from my prequel?
I hope not.
We'll find out in a
It's
second.
from Revenge of the Sith. It's the fight scene at the end, but not the fight scene between Anakin and Obi-Wan. It's only when Obi-Wan tells Anakin, yells at him, "You were supposed to be the chosen one. You were supposed to be the chosen one."
Wow, that makes your top 5.
I love that scene just because you see everything. Like Obi-Wan at that point realizes that they put all their hope on, or he did. He put all his hope, and it just died and just went away. And I just, what was that? Is that yours?
That's my number 5.
Woo! Say like that. Put on the board.
Wow.
I love
Maybe
that
if
scene.
it was
That's my
acted
number
better.
5.
No,
I mean,
I liked it.
oh man.
It's the Ben Kenobi, Anakin duel.
I still say Obi-Wan's a dick though because he sees his friend dying or laying there with no arms, no legs, and he's catching on fire, and it's like.
So if he's on someone's front porch, his name would be Matt.
What?
I mean, if he was in the lava, it'd be Bob.
If he was hanging on the wall, his name would be Art.
I get it now. took me a while. No, but wouldn't you go up and obviously your enemies now, but you at least have some sympathy, just kill him?
Nope.
I know Jedis aren't supposed to kill, but seriously, at that point,
nope.
Just kill him.
He wanted him to live in his pain.
Is it Princess Bride?
Suffer.
So that was my number 5. Blake, that was your number 5. What's your number 4?
To the pain.
To the pain. And I'll tell you why.
To the pain. And I'll tell you why. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was my number 5 too.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. My number 4 is Lando Colt 45 Calrissian, where he's the chief pimp up there in Cloud City, and he's being all smooth, saying, "Hey, I broke out the wine. We're gonna have this great dinner. Life is good." And he opens up the door, and there's Darth Vader sitting there at the end of the table, and Han Solo's the only one who reacts. It's like, I gotta shoot that son of a bitch.
The only scene that Chewie and Darth Vader share.
That's right.
In the whole series.
Wow. So it was that one, the Lando Cross dinner with Vader sitting there, sipping on some wine. Chardonnay.
What do you
That
think?
can't be the only scene, because when Han gets put in carbonite, Chewie's there.
Well, okay, sorry. I guess it is. There's 2 scenes then.
Okay.
That's right.
Right. Okay, Mr. Fact Checker.
Sorry. My question is, what do you think Boba Fett and Darth Vader were talking about before that door opened? They were sitting there for a while. You think they just had some nice dinner?
I think it was
Candlesticks.
FanDuel.com.
Oh, they were talking about fan. Yeah. Who you got your first week here? Who you got?
Exactly.
Candlesticks.
Did you get into it before it became illegal? I'm just wondering.
Exactly.
Do you think Vader had a little sippy straw with his mask?
Before Palpatine ruled it as gambling?
Yes.
Ruined it for us?
Damn him.
Darth, can't you use any of your mind suggestion stuff there, Jedi mind trick?
Do you think Darth Vader was shooting the shit with Boba Fett? You know what? I love working for the Empire, but that fucking Palpatine is annoying some days. You wonder if he was bitching.
Or they're talking about college football playoffs.
Yeah.
Could be.
Ohio State's not number 1. Moving on.
Right.
Let's see. My number 4 is The Empire Strikes Back, the whole movie. Now, the bounty hunter scene. Just when they come in and he's asking,
telling them all
what to do. He wants to find them. And the reason is...
And they pan across all the...
Bossk, Dengar, all of them.
IG-88.
IG-88. All of them. And like a boss, Bossk is awesome. But anyways, they're showing all these guys. Forlorn. They show them. And you just that's the first time I remember going, oh, there's a backstory to each one of these guys. And this could be really fucking cool. They never talk about them. But just seeing those guys, you're just like, oh, that could be really cool. So that's one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah.
Blake or Jeff, what's your...
It's kind of amazing. Everybody had this fascination with Boba Fett because of that scene in the "he's no good to me, Dad."
And the rumor that he killed Uncle Owen. And
it was Boba who did that?
That was the rumor, because if you look in it, there's a scene in it, I guess when he's telling Boba Fett to capture Luke or whatever it is, he says, and don't, what was it?
Don't kill all his friends this time.
No, something like don't torture, don't burn them or something like that. There's a scene in it where he actually tells them,
don't burn them.
Yeah, if it goes back,
they were burned. Their corpses were burning.
Yeah.
Pre mop up when he goes back to, didn't he change that scene?
Did he?
I thought when he was doing the digital re-enhancements, he
cleaned
it up a little bit. It was a little bit more raw, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I can't remember, but I thought that would be kind of cool if Boba Fett was.
He made it more family friendly for burning families.
Oh, you mean that's it? Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's George Lucas. There's Fozzie Bear was in it. Walk. Let's make it family. Number 4, Jeff.
My number 4, 2 words. Yub-nub.
Yub-nub.
You like the
Ewoks? I like the Ewok celebration at the end.
God, I hated that.
And then the song, it was such a great celebratory song. You knew the good guys won when you hear Yub-nub.
Oh my God.
And then he took it out during the remakes. Yeah, they had different ending songs.
Well, they had the celebrations on the different
planets.
They
took Yub-nub out of they removed Yub-nub.
I wonder if on the digital version that I got on Amazon, I think I actually have it with Yub-nub. They have it in there. Now they have the celebration and everything, but I could have swore that was in there. I'll double check.
Or it was cut down drastically.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Who's your number 3?
I hated that ending. I hated the whole Ewok thing.
Oh, it was supposed to be Wookiees.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But they weren't
cooler.
But they
if it
wouldn't
did.
sell enough toys.
Not
I thought
enough
Ewoks
stuffed
would sell better
toys.
toys to
It
children.
worked out for Jar Jar. Man, those kids love those Jar Jar toys. What's your number 3, Jeff?
My number 3 is pretty
Jar
much
Jar.
the whole beginning of the third movie of saving Han Solo from
in
Sarlacc Pit Jedi?
yeah, from Jedi.
That's
yeah.
kind of like mine. I had number 3 was my Sarlacc Pit fight scene. The whole, like, when they're on the little...
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
It goes in the huts.
Yeah.
The huts headquarters there.
And I like when they're fighting on the little hover ships or whatever.
Yeah.
I love that scene.
I agree.
And then, the best part was, everybody's like, oh, Boba Fett's in the Return of the Jedi. And all these people are like, oh, Boba Fett, this is going to be awesome and great. And he's like, boom, dead.
Yeah, except for the terrible way they killed off Boba Fett.
Exactly. It's like the Darth Maul before Darth Maul happened, where everyone's like, oh, Darth Maul, yeah!
I still love your explanation. How would you like to be the fanboys before Phantom Menace came out? You're dressed in the paint.
Darth Maul.
Yeah, this guy's going to be the best bad guy ever. He's dead. What the fuck? If you watch Star Wars The Clone Wars, he comes back as a spider-like creature. And I'm not kidding.
I heard about that.
They made his lower half robotic spider. It's like
so only his legs got digested by the Sarlacc and he crawled out.
No, not Boba Fett. Darth Maul.
Oh, Darth Maul.
Darth Maul, yeah.
Darth Maul. That's right, because he got chopped in half.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm like,
and that lightsaber cauterizes slices.
It does, so.
So it cuts them.
He survived.
Yeah.
He survived.
There you go.
Blake, what's your number 3?
My number 3 was in the original Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to get back to the Millennium Falcon, and this is where everybody stops to watch old Ben Kenobi versus Darth Vader, the rematch. Which at the time we didn't know it was a rematch.
Yes.
But yes. And of course, Ben does this goofy thing. Strike me down, I'll be stronger than ever before. And he goes swinging, and Darth's like, I thought I cut him in half. Where the hell does his body go? And he's like kicking the robe.
The robe is funny when he's
It's
stepping
like
on
kicking
it.
the robe. Like, what the hell's going on? And then, Luke's like, man, I'm a whitey ass pussy.
I've known you for 2 weeks.
Has it even been that long?
I don't even know. The time frame in those movies is a little shaky.
Yeah, especially Empire.
Yeah.
I kissed my sister, Ben.
He doesn't kiss his sister until the next one.
My sister.
Yeah,
she kisses him for good luck when they swing across the gap there.
Oh, that's right.
So someone brought up the point that you think Ben would have at least maybe not tell Luke that Leia's his sister, but tell him she might be a pretty princess, but yeah, she's off limits. Don't kiss her.
Like first cousin thing. Don't kiss that girl.
That girl, don't talk to her.
So my number 5 is
3.
Ben Kenobi versus
Darth
number
Vader,
Anakin number 1.
Oh, okay.
And then my 3rd is the rematch.
So what's your number 2?
Am I at the number 2? Did you get your 3, Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had the same 3.
Yeah, we had
What
the
was
same
your same 3?
The Sarlacc pit fight.
Oh, the Sarlacc pit. Okay,
you're on
beginning
number
of the
2.
Return of the Jedi. All right. So my number 2, the best scene when they're putting Han in the carbonite.
Don't do it. Don't do it. That's my number 1.
I know.
That's my number 1.
Really? It is?
Yes. I love that.
Take it down.
On the board.
Put it on the board.
Put it on the board. So that's the best,
Han like a motherfucker he is.
Like a boss.
I know.
That's right.
Yeah. Like a Bossk.
Okay, we can stop doing that.
He is a Bossk. I'm going to keep doing it now every episode. Like a Bossk.
You'll forget.
Yeah, I will. Damn concussions. Yeah, that is a kick-ass scene.
That was a great scene. I loved it.
Well, my number 2, my last one now, since my number 1's gone. Return of the Jedi lightsaber fight between Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. I love that scene. Especially when he goes, "You have a sister." No! And it's like, instead of yelling, you should have just came at him. He never saw you.
I think your favorite part was when...
Don't.
No!
They edited that in. It does not count in Return of the Jedi. It does not count. It's an edit in. When he goes, no! And picks up Emperor Palpatine and throws him.
Yes, and goes, no!
Awful. awful. Just awful. Fuck you, George. Moving on. What's number 2?
My number 2 is from the Phantom Menace.
Mm-hmm. What?
It's the Darth
Jar
Maul
Jar?
lightsaber scene.
Oh.
I think it's the best lightsaber fight in all of the...
It is a fun one.
The Darth Maul one.
The Darth Maul versus... except for the fact that he gets cut in half and kills the best character in the prequels.
Qui-Gon just like, I'm just going to sit here and meditate and...
Well, it's because the doors were
that was
opening
cool,
and
the doors.
closing.
He's pacing. Darth Maul's pacing like a lion, just waiting.
Yeah.
And Qui-Gon is just sitting there. And then Anakin's like, "Let me in! I want to fight! I want to fight!"
And then when the double-edged lightsaber...
Is that what it sounded like?
That's what it sounded like. It was pretty cool.
Okay. God. I thought you were going to say Anakin when he asked Padme if she was an angel.
Nope.
Are you an angel?
That's my 17th favorite scene.
Annie, are you an angel? Moving on. What's your number 1?
My number 1, the best scene in all of Star Wars is when Palpatine is talking to Jar Jar about how their plan is working.
That doesn't count. That didn't happen.
It happened in my mind canon, and it's my favorite scene because it makes everything that happened before it worthwhile.
So it's kind of like my James Bond scene.
Exactly.
Connected. Jar Jar's a bad guy and yours.
The scene where he explains everything and how they were working on it from before the movies even started.
Okay. Yeah.
Best scene in there.
I think that didn't happen.
It happened in my mind.
In your special edition of the movies. My number 1 was Han saying, "I know," like a Bossk. Mm-hmm. What's yours?
You want this? No, I'm kidding. That's not it. The end. Empire Strikes Back. Luke versus Darth Vader. I'm your father. No!
And another whiny Luke scene.
Tell me! He's like, "You're such a heart, you know it to be true." But you sit there and you think about it. It is the best because it's the second in the series. You really don't know what it is. I mean, people have started, at that time, I think, started their theories that, Darth Vader could have been Luke Skywalker's dad, and he's the Jedi that Ben's referring to, blah, 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 blah. And then at the very end, the big reveal is, yeah, I'm your father, buddy. And you're like, holy crap, that's awesome. And of course Luke gets his hand cut off, yada, yada, yada.
Yada, yada, yada.
Empire is... honorable mention, I love the Hoth scene. I love the Hoth scene.
The battle for Hoth in the beginning, I love that too. That was pretty cool.
I like that one.
With the
my honorable mentions were I loved when the one guy got his hand cut off.
Which one?
I loved the time when they said delusions of grandeur. I love the time when C-3PO kept telling everyone the odds.
Yes. Never tell me the odds. The trash compactor scene's pretty funny.
That is pretty
good. That's pretty
cheering,
good.
He's like, "Oh my god, they're all dying. He's close to death."
Curse my metal hide. I'm too late.
Yes. Han, you know what? Another honorable mention is Han when he's impersonating the Stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Everything's all right. No worries.
Okay. Everything's good here. How are you?
He gets pissed off. He's like, "Fuck it."
Done with that conversation. Let's see.
Yeah, and some of the witticisms that Han and Leia share in between them before they're an item.
Yeah.
Together, their whole budding relationship thing.
I don't know if that was as good of a connection as Hayden Christensen and
Stop.
Did you see the cartoon I put up about Deadpool shooting the guy?
No, I did not.
You go on our Facebook page. It's pretty funny. Anyways.
Oh wait,
scruffy looking.
Yeah, that's right. In the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Say Jar Jar's an abomination. Say it.
He's an abomination.
Bad ideas. This is not from 365 Flicks podcast. I screwed that up. Bad idea. Number 156. Keeping a homicidal maniac trapped in a subdivision.
Okay.
That was from Walking Dead. Morgan keeping a wolf in the subdivision. It's not the smartest thing, especially when he said, "I'm not going to change, and when I get out of here, I'm going to kill the women and the children and everyone else." At that point, I probably will put a gun to his head and shot him, or killed him with my bow staff. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why, Morgan. I don't care what your philosophy is. At that point, there's a bigger issue.
He's trying to live to the Aikido.
It doesn't matter. So anyways, thank you, Joseph Brennan, for coming on our show.
Joseph Brennan.
Go to Amazon, take a look at it. And that's it. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history of not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are now leading the world of Musings of a Geek podcast network. Stay geeky, my friends.